Labour MP Rupa Huck has been suspended for these comments made about Tory Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng.
I'm sorry if I was not making myself understood clearly. Superficially, he's a black man, but again, he's got more in common. If you look at it's that Joe Cox thing, more in common. If you look at the character, he went to Eton, I think he went to very expensive prep school, all the way through the top schools in the country. If you hear him on the Today programme, you wouldn't know he's black.
After that audio clip was leaked by Guido Fawkes, Rupa Huck was suspended from the party and had the Labour whip removed. This is what Keir Starmer said when asked about what had happened.
In my view, what she said was racist. I'm very glad that the Labour Party, under my leadership, suspended her straight away. We took very swift action. It now does go under our rules into an independent investigation. That's the process in place for all allegations, and we need to let that take its course. But I've been very clear. My own view is it was racist, and I'm pleased that the Labour Party acted very, very swiftly. Right thing to do.
I think it's always really weird. Like, it puts you in a really weird position when an MP gets suspended for saying something that, yes, absolutely was racist, but is getting suspended by a party that is systemically racist too, in its, organizational capacity and in its political orientation. You just have to look at the way that it's treated, its first hijabi MP. Obviously, it was a deeply bizarre and racist thing to say. I think, if I'm going to be so generous, I think that what she was trying to say was essentially a version of the phrase, not all skin folk are kinfolk, which is basically that being of a marginalized race doesn't mean that you represent the political interests of that community. That race is obviously deeply textured by class. That is that famous Sivanandan quote, which is, black isn't the color of my skin, it's the color of my politics. But what she said was, when you hear him on the radio, he doesn't sound black, which is straight out of the playbook of a boomer, racist dad. It's the kind of thing I'd expect to hear at the end of a drunken Christmas dinner. And it just goes to show, in this country, we really don't know how to speak about race and class as a connected thing. And just an incredibly poor judgment, and betrays a kind of really concerning, condescending, racist attitude. And it's just missing an open goal as well, with all of the things that the Tories are failing at, with all of the things that Kwasi Kwarteng is failing at. To get at him for not sounding black is just it's awful, awful. And she's right to not be publicly representing Labour, because that was it's unacceptable.